Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you. My name is Amina and welcome to my video on my channel. And yeah, I would definitely appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me video. I'm not really going to be doing a serious makeup tutorial. I just have a little bit of, not an update, I wouldn't call it an update, but just kind of like what's been happening in my life. If you don't know, I am currently in the UK. I am doing my master's and I'm doing an MSc in business and management, which has been quite fun. But then it's been completely different to the education I have received for my undergrad, and like basically the education system I'm used to, it's completely different. I'm going to start off with my Pixie Glow Mist. Guys, I've been loving this mist recently because my rose water finished and I haven't been able to get my hands on rose water, so I needed like a hydrating spray, and I decided to try the Pixie because I've heard a lot about it and so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah guys, so I'm going to be using my Hega and Esther foundation in Cookie. So like I was saying, if you don't know, I am currently in the UK doing my masters, and it's been a change because obviously I've never lived outside of Nigeria. I have traveled out of Nigeria, but I've never like lived. And guys, I'm going to say that living outside the country and just traveling for holiday is completely different, because with holidays you're most likely going there as a tourist, so you would go to sites, you would most likely go to sightseeing places. You just want to do like fun things, but when you're living there, you're like living your normal life. And let me just tell you, there has been so many things that has happened to me, and I'm just like, not necessarily happened to me, but there are so many things that has happened, and I'm just looking, I'm like, okay, like there are some things that are good and there are some things that are just weird in general. Like for example guys, coming here, one thing I would say I have definitely enjoyed is timing, because I generally I stick to time. I come, so if I have to go somewhere by 9 o'clock, I've left my house by like 8:30 so I can get there on time. But you know, the Nigerian African timing thingy, nobody ever go anywhere on time. So that's one thing I've really liked. If something is starting by 10 a.m, believe me, like it's starting by 10 a.m, nothing like going there and being fashionably late, sorry. Which is something I've honestly, like, I enjoy it, because you can plan your day properly. You don't have to say, oh, I'm going to, if you have something to do, if you assign 1 hour to eat, if an event is going to be 1 hour 30 minutes, you can be sure that in the next 1 hour 30 minutes you are done. You can go to the next thing that you have to do. So guys, that is definitely one thing I would say I have like really found pleasant and I've really enjoyed in coming here. And then the main thing, which is obviously the education, which is what brought me here. If you don't know, I started my MBA, which is a Master's in Business Administration, back in Nigeria in NDA, which is I think Nigeria National Defense Academy or Nigeria Defense Academy. I have no idea, guys. I'll put it there and see if I remember, but it's the Defense Academy. So I started my MBA there before my dad was like, I should come here for my master's. And guys, when I tell you that the education is completely different, and I feel like I can say this now because I was doing an MBA and now I'm doing an MSc in business and management. It's not exactly the same thing, but there's so many similar courses. And I remember when I was doing my MBA, I was working and my boss would ask me certain things and I'm like, I don't know. And he would always ask me, so what are you doing in your master's? Because it's like, these are things that you are doing an MBA, these are things that you should know. Granted, I could have done like research on my own to find information, but then, you know, the Nigerian education system is not really, you are not really taught to go out of your way to read. It's just what you are taught in class. It's basically just what you are taught in class that you would just like replicate and have that in your head and just read for exam and pass. So you're never really encouraged to go out and read more. It's never a habit. If you are in Nigeria, you know it has never been a habit for us to go out and read or find out more information. I'm doing marketing now. I'm doing operations management, which I also did during my like MBA in Nigeria. But there are so many things now that I'm realizing. I'm like, oh, so that is why you need to learn that. And with operations, there's like a few calculation, and granted I'm like a science student, so I'm good with maths and all that. Okay, maybe not the best, but I understand maths. So when I was doing the calculations back in Nigeria, I was just doing it because I had to just like learn it and do it, but I didn't understand. It was like, what is the purpose of this? What am I doing this for? But then now, linking, especially in operations management, like EOQ, and there's some other things that I'm doing, I'm like, oh, okay, see it, so this is the reason why you are doing this, this is the reason why you are doing that. But in Nigeria, I was just like read and pass, go. Even the reading itself, you don't even understand why you are actually doing what you are doing, which is really sad. I feel like there should be, our education system definitely, like I've always known that Nigeria's education system is not the best. Even compared to Ghana, it's worse. And I didn't really used to say anything before because it was, I hadn't had like a proper, I don't know if that English was correct. I'm repeating it again. I had not experienced a higher education in Nigeria, but after doing my MBA, like I feel like I can speak on it more. Another major like thing that has been different for me, guys, is in terms of doing research. You know, I am the queen of Google, guys. You know, when they give you assignments and all I had to do then was I'll just go on Google. I would manipulate the question, like in guys, when I tell you I was the queen of Google, I would Google and Google and Google till I found an answer, and I'll be able to like come up with a 2-page essay, and it will look really decent. But here, the first time I came, the first thing, I think my first class, and where the lecturer was like, you don't use information from Google. And I was like, what's wrong? In my head, I was like, what's wrong with this one? If I don't use information from Google, where do you want me to use the information from? He was like, all you need is Google Scholar, and then the library, the school library, read articles, read journals. In my life, I had never thought about a journal or an article. It's like, why, when there's Google, why am I like going there? What am I looking for? I had never even thought about it until now, which is really good. I went to use my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. Yeah, as I was saying, so for my first assignment, it wasn't really I didn't really get the best grade, but it was fun. It's like, that was my first time, and then like consequently I got to understand how to do the whole research and all that, which is really eye-opening, because you would do so much research that when you are woken up from sleep, like the topic is so indented in you that you would be able to answer whatever question you are being asked. That's how like really in-depth the research was, which I really enjoyed. So guys, I'm going to go in with my NYX Jumbo pencil in Ice Mocha, and I'm using this because Dima Ome is always using it. Guys, there are so many things that I have learned, and it's like, it's so confusing. I did not know that people don't say sorry. You know, like, I'm sure most of you guys watching these videos are Nigerians, but you know how when something is happening to someone, we say sorry. Apparently you don't say sorry. The first time I said sorry to a friend of mine, I think she was coughing, or she hit her leg somewhere, and I was like, oh sorry, and she looked at me, she was like, why are you telling me sorry? You did not hit me. And I'm like, that's the polite thing to say. What do you say to someone when someone is in pain? If someone is hurting, they would say, are you okay? And I'm like, that is not I don't feel that is an appropriate answer to give someone is in pain. You are telling the person, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. That is why I'm shouting. That is why I made an exclamation of not being okay. But every single place, like, they even made it something of, if I say sorry again, I would have to like put money in a jar. It was so funny because I'm used to saying sorry. I just told them, you guys have to get used to it. Guys, let me know in the comment section if you have ever experienced this sorry thingy, and what is your take on it? Should you say sorry to someone if there's like they're in pain, or even if it's not you that inflicted it? Tell me what you think in the comment section. I'm going to use my Younger Beauty Candid Glow as an eyeshadow. So guys, I went ahead and applied my lashes off camera, and I think I have an eyelash tutorial video. I'm not sure, but if I do, I'm going to leave a link down below. The weird thing is, for people who tend to like mind your business, the amount of conversations they have, I don't know if it's because of my background, me coming from like Nigeria. You know, we are very we are a bit more cultural and conservative compared to like obviously the Western people. And then being that I'm a Muslim again, I feel like it makes me a bit more, because the amount of conversations I have heard, and I'm like, this is not supposed to be happening in, this is not conversation that's supposed to be happening in public. Guys, I would be in the library and people will be talking about, oh no, I slept with him, I effed him. Like, there was a conversation I listened to, but I didn't listen, I experienced, I would say, between two girls and a guy in the library. And I think the girl was complaining about being single or whatever, and the guy was like, why not go on Tinder and find somebody? And she said she has been on Tinder for the longest time, and she has basically effed everybody in her vicinity. So he was like, oh, let me see. And she went on Tinder and she kept on, so she was like, oh, effed him. I'm trying to be appropriate, but you know what I mean. I'm sorry, but the way she made it sound so casual, I know probably here is like a casual thing, but it was so weird. For me, I was like, babe, calm down, like I can hear you. It was like they were having a conversation with me, to be honest, and I was sitting just beside them. I'm going to use my NYX professional makeup pencil in, I don't know what shade this is, tropical green. These people would have the most, for me, private conversations. They would have it in the weirdest public places, talking about how you slept with, and they were full on having a conversation of like, this is my sugar daddy, and guys, they looked like they were probably, the oldest person in that conversation would probably be 19. The conversation was just, oh, this is my sugar daddy. The oldest person I've been with is like 30 something. Oh, I slept with this person, I slept with that person. And me, I was just there, I was trying to do my assignments, but I was just like, what? And the funny guys, the funny thing is, whenever I'm in this kind of situation, I would look around and I'm like, am I the only one hearing this conversation? I just needed to be sure, to make sure like I was not going crazy. And everybody would just be normal, like they were having a regular conversation, it's not even what is weird. I'm just going to go ahead and apply my lipstick and finish up, and I'll come back and share my final thoughts with regards to my change from living in Nigeria to living in the abroad, as artistry by Z would call it. So guys, I am back and I just tied my scarf, and I just wanted to like share my final thoughts on my move from Nigeria to the UK. To be honest, there hasn't really been like a major wahoo kind of change that would affect my life. I think most thing people usually have issues with is food, and for me, to be honest, I haven't really had that much. If you know me or you've been to my house, you know that our food in my house is tea and biscuit or tea and something. So it's like I've basically been fine. I find myself craving Nigerian food now, which is weird because back in Nigeria I don't really eat that much of like swallow and all that. But all in all, it has been wonderful. It has been a good experience, which I enjoy, or I'm currently enjoying. One thing is, I have definitely met wonderful people. I have heard of countries that I have never heard of before in my life. I'm not even going to mention the countries for you guys because I'm sure you guys have probably heard of it. I am extremely bad with, I just realized I'm extremely bad with geography and history in general. So when people are mentioning countries, I'm just looking at them, I'm like, they keep on asking me, oh, I'm from here, have you heard of it before? I'm like, I'm sorry, I only know Nigeria, US, UK, Australia, like the basic known ones. But it's good that I've gotten to meet like so many nice people from different countries, and I'm making it more of an effort now to kind of like educate myself in terms of geography, so I know more about it. But yeah, all in all, it has been a good experience which I am enjoying, and I just thought to like share my experience with you guys. If you are schooling outside of Nigeria, or you have schooled outside of Nigeria, let me know in the comment section what experience you had that, guys, I'm sorry, let me know what experience you have that has been like a wow moment, or if you have actually had any kind of experience that has been different from what you are used to. I would definitely love to know. And yeah, that is basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and if you did, as usual, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and also share the video with your friends. Let them also come and watch. And yeah, if you guys want more of this kind of talking, get ready with me, like chit chat videos, let me know in the comment section and I will try my best. I'm on holiday, so I'm gonna be filming videos back to back. I'm going to be on a roll. Watch out. And yeah, turn on the notification button so you'll see all the videos. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.